Here. What's good, everybody? It's Sean P, the Bluff God, and I'm back at it again with another One Piece discussion. And since we don't have a chapter, this weekend, I just want to have a general discussion about, what we've been getting in the stories, for these last few chapters and what we may be getting in the future chapters. Anyway, right now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hot right now. Not hot like angry, but I'm hot because my AC not working, and I got two fans right now. And I got this one of them fans. You probably hear it in the mic, but I need it though. I need it. I would have my other fan on. It's like a real powerful fan, but it'd be too loud, and so I'm gonna have to suffer through this heat for y'all though. But it's all love. It's all love. We come to talk about One Piece. Anyway, before I get into this discussion, make sure you like the stream, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram at BlumpGod. All the links are going to be in the description. I got a Facebook gaming channel where I game. I do that Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Central. But I'm about to stop on Tuesdays because I wanna do more stuff on YouTube. Maybe talk about other anime. Have like a live stream for other anime and everything. And I also have a One Piece Discord that you guys should join, so we can all talk One Piece. Throughout the week, whatever. The link is in the description, so make sure you check that out. Anyway, let's get into this discussion. I have a few topics that I want to talk about. I wrote them down, for the stream specifically, just so I'm not, just so I have, a little structure to, go this to take this stream. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the notes. Anyway, first topic I want to talk about is Luffy's defeat. The recent defeat of Kaido. Like Kaido basically hit Luffy off of Onigashima into the sea. Whatever that sea. I don't think we ever got a name for that sea. But I want to talk about, I want to talk a few things about Luffy's defeat. First, I want to talk about what happened before before Kaido basically sent Luffy off of Onigashima. Because we didn't really get it, but Kaido said something that stuck out to me, after we see Luffy falling and then going to the sea. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something about, he was like kind of impressed that Luffy was using, like hockey. He said something about hockey, and he was like, well, too bad that you're still immature in that aspect. Like he's not fully, I guess he didn't fully master it, but it almost sound to me, I almost interpret it as like what he said. I'm almost interpreting as Luffy did something new that we didn't see. Like there was something Luffy did that was off panel that we didn't see. Like maybe, and I guess some ideas that I came up with. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But I'm thinking it could have been a new gear. Like maybe we're getting Gear 5. Maybe a new transformation to Gear 4, where maybe it involves Rio. Maybe a more mastered version of all the Gear 4s. Like my theory I always had with Gear 5. Gear 5 to me is probably like a mastering of all the transformations of Gear 4. Where Luffy has mastered hockey and he's way more efficient with it. Like he'll be way more efficient with it with this mastery, right? So that's kind of my thoughts on what Gear 5 is, But as far as whatever happened in the Luffy and Kaido encounter before Luffy was defeated. It could have been a gear, or my other, I guess, thought what it could be. I think this would be most people's, what they would think. Their theory on what it could have been, is awakening. Maybe Luffy has awaken his devil fruit, and maybe with based off what Kaido said, because he said something about hockey, right? So maybe it has something to do, his awakening has something to do with him combining, using his hockey. Maybe awakening in general has something to do with hockey. Maybe they're very closely related. Where you're using hockey to awaken your devil fruit abilities. I think that's one route it could be. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. But or maybe it could just be a new hockey attack. Maybe just a very strong hockey attack that Luffy got. I'm thinking one of them three. I think those are more so the only real possibilities. But But that's what I'm thinking. So we either got a new gear, an awakening, like a devil fruit awakening, or just a new hockey attack, you know. But anyway, moving on. So as we know, we see that Law's crew see Luffy falling in the sea. So I think at this point it's basically confirmed that Law's crew is going to save Luffy. You know, like before I thought, I thought that maybe a Sea King or Zonisha or some like character, make either a new character or like a character that just arrived at Wano. My theory was that was what's going to be that was going to save Luffy. Because I'm thinking, Momonosuke was having his attacks where it's almost, I'm thinking it's related to Voice of All Things, where he can hear, things like Zunisha, or how Luffy could hear Sea Kings talk, having conversations, and even like Garp and Odin, like they were able to hear, or not Garp, Roger, Goldie Roger, and Odin. They was able to basically hear the Sea Kings talk, and this is all things I'm think is all associated with the Voice of All Things. Now, I was thinking that it was something talking to Momo, like some creature, and they was going to be save Luffy. But as we see, it's going to be Law's crew saving Luffy, and so we also know that Momonosuke fell off of Onigashima, and my thoughts was like Momonosuke falling, he would have had to fall into the sea and get saved as well. Because if he falls on the ground, he'll probably die. But remembering, Momonosuke has a flying ability. He has his dragon form which can fly. So I think that answers how Momonosuke is basically going to be saved from hitting the ground, of course. And so now we see how Luffy and Momonosuke are basically going to cheat their deaths. Momonosuke basically saving himself by flying, and Luffy through Law's crew. So I think Momonosuke falling was basically Luffy's ticket to getting back to Onigashima. Because had a burp. Just like sitting there though. But Momonosuke is basically going to carry Luffy up to Onigashima. That's pretty much what I think is basically what happened. That's what Oda is setting up for. What do you guys think? You think Momonosuke strong enough to carry Luffy to all the way up to Onigashima? And this is going to be his opportunity to shed that fear of heights that he has. But yeah, as far as Luffy's defeat, I believe there has to be some impact on his character because of maybe some character development, or but like, how does it impact his character? Like, will he be a little more doubtful when he come back? When I guess because seeing how you somehow was talking to Momonosuke, he does want to come back to fight Kaido. So maybe it's not so much doubt, but there has to be something to where he has to realize, like, okay, Kaido is strong, so I won't be able to beat him by myself, and or I'm gonna have to be more careful. Like, I can't be too cocky. I can't be just going in and attacking this guy. Like, there has to be some impact that this defeat does on Luffy's psyche. Even if it's just like a grain of doubt, or just him being a little more cautious instead of just rushing Kaido, as soon as he see him. Maybe he might have to. Maybe him being defeated may make him take a more calculating approach to fighting Kaido. And that might be how he fights moving forward. At least I would like to see this defeat. Impact Luffy in some type of way, even if it's something real minor. Just have it impact his him in some type of way, even if it's not his whole character. He can still be goofy and everything, but just be a little more calculating in the fights and less rushing into a fight and getting sent. But that's just my idea. And then this one is a little less about, or a little less focused on Luffy, and more about how his defeat affected the morale of the alliance. Now we see at first Kaido was like, okay, Bao Wang, I want you to announce their leader's defeat, and they did, and then you got like Zoro and Zoro and Sanji basically telling everybody like, hey, Sir Captain, what were y'all doing? Like stop doubting me. And then we also had Momonosuke tell the alliance like, hey, like before he fell off on Nigashima, he was like, hey, samurai, keep fighting, fight to the death. Fight with every last ounce you got. And then he also said Luffy will return. He wanted me to tell you all that. And then we got Otama, who I believe is basically, she's basically going to tell the Beast Pirates that she converted using her Devil Fruit ability, the Smile users. She's going to tell them the same thing. But is it like is that a real, I guess, remotivation? Like, is this boosting troop morale going to last long? Because Kaido is still like roaming free, and it's going to take a while for Luffy to return to the battle. So Kaido's still roaming free. So I'm thinking like this whole boost in morale that the troops have. I'm kind of thinking it's like a false like bravado, or even let's say it is a boost. How long is it going to last until like Kaido start putting a hamper to that, until he kind of just extinguishes all this motivation? How long? But yeah, so moving on to the next topic. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of as far as Luffy's defeat? Do you believe before he was defeated? Do you believe he showed new gear or a new awakening, or you don't believe either? You believe he just was defeated and Kaido was just saying, "Oh, you're not strong enough in your hockey yet, kid. Come back to me when you ready." What you guys think of that? You think Momonosuke is going to be the one who recovers Luffy or bring him back on Nigashima? Do you think the defeat affected Luffy in any way? Like how did that impact Luffy? Like his character? How do you think it impacted him? And then what about the alliance morale? Do you think that's going to last long? Do you think Kaido's going to come and extinguish that? Anyway, moving on to the next topic. I want to talk about Yamato. Now we see she's about to fight Kaido. And, she said that she would not be able to, I guess, she realizes that she can't defeat Kaido. And she says she's going to hold Kaido off until Luffy comes back. Now, my thing is, how long is it going to take for Luffy to come back? Because, if she fights him for a very long time, how long could she last against Kaido? How long could she hold Kaido back before Luffy comes? However long Luffy takes, you know. I don't know if Luffy's going to be able to come back in time to I think Yamato might get defeated by Kaido before Luffy returns. But I do think when Luffy returns, Yamato will eventually get up and maybe they'll team up. Do you guys think Yamato and Luffy? You think we'll see a Yamato and Luffy team up? I hope so. Like I really do hope so. Like I don't know how long it's gonna take Luffy to return. Maybe it won't take that long at all. Maybe Momonosuke could. Maybe he'll grow some balls and jet Luffy all the way up. Maybe he got a lot better at flying, and he might be able to jet Luffy up to Onigashima within two chapters, maybe. Now my way of thinking is like I'm thinking like it may take a while for Luffy and Momonosuke to reunite, but they eventually I do think they eventually will reunite, and Luffy will or Momonosuke will take Luffy back to Onigashima, and then there we are. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take, and then how long is it going to take for Momonosuke to fly Luffy up to Onigashima. And then when he does, I don't know if it's going to be like Yamato gets defeated by Kaido and then starts wrecking shop everywhere. Then Luffy comes back and then Yamato gets up and then assists Luffy. But I want it to happen. Whether Luffy comes back in time before Yamato get defeated or, Yamato's defeated, Luffy comes back, then Yamato gets back up. What do you guys think? How you think that will work out if it does work out? And then what I'm hoping more from Yamato is to get a backstory, like a flashback, like a backstory flashback. And I want to know more about her relationship with Kaido and why, where did it go wrong? I'm assuming it went wrong around Odin's death, because it seemed like she liked Odin and respected Odin. I want to know where that respect came from. Was it at the execution where she grew that respect? Was it like when Odin was dancing around the city and she may have seen Odin dancing and she was like, I know why he's doing it and I find it honorable. Maybe she seen when that whole agreement between Odin, Kaido, and Orochi happened, and that's where it started. I'm more so thinking it probably started at the execution though. I'm thinking it started at the execution where the admiration of Odin started, and then she found his journal. Because if I remember correctly, we did see in a flashback of Yamato being at the execution. So I'm thinking in the backstory we could see more of how her relationship with Kaido, where it fell apart. Maybe it was the fact that she wanted to be Odin that pissed Kaido off, and then Kaido kind of, treated her bad because of it, because he wanted her to get out of that, phase or whatever. But yeah, I definitely want to see a backstory of Yamato and her relationship with Kaido. Maybe we'll get that in the Kaido flashback. Maybe that'll come in the Kaido flashback. Plus I want to see who the mom is, man. I want to see who the mom is and how big this woman is to be doing things with Kaido. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it Big Mom? Maybe it's Big Mom. I'm just saying, Kaido and Big Mom has some type of relationship going on. They had some type of relationship going on back in the day. But yeah. So yeah, that's what I want to see. Hopefully we get a Yamato flashback, even if it's within the Kaido flashback. I'm cool with it. I just want to see you know, how she was raised, her relationship with Kaido, how it went bad, or was it always bad? Not sure. But anyway, another thing we kind of talked about a little bit, and I think it was last chapter, is so I'm gonna kind of gloss over it a little bit. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Some of these stuff I did talk about, so I'm gonna keep some of them a little shorter. But the chances of Yamato joining the crew, I'm I like it. Like I would like to see her in the crew. I would like to see Carrot in the crew as well, but if I have to choose one, which I don't think we're getting both. I want to see Yamato. I want to see Yamato. Rather see Yamato if I have to choose one. And yeah. So yeah, I would like to see Yamato. A lot of people think Momonosuke. I mean, I've talked to people who feel as though Momonosuke might also, you know, travel along the Straw Hats until they get to Raft or Laftel, and they think Yamato is going to play as a retainer for Momonosuke. I don't know. I think Momonosuke, he already kind of did travel. I don't think he needs, especially now that he has Odin's journal. He he may know about Lafto in the journal. I don't know, but I don't know if I don't know. I think it might be better for Momonosuke to stay in Wano because the samurai kind of look at him as the leader regardless. He's one of the only two surviving Kosuke. So, and I feel as though like traditions, because they kind of feed off of Japanese traditions. So I don't know how they would because I've always heard theories that Hiyori would act as the shogun to Wano while Momonosuke is away. I'm kind of the belief that Momonosuke should stay. In Wano's recovery period after post Orochi and Kaido, I feel as though they need a face. They need Momonosuke, the son of Odin, to be in Wano, showing his face since he's basically going to be the shogun. Even if Hiyori is the acting shogun, I would still think the rightful place would be with Momonosuke. More so based off of like traditions of like of cultures back in those days, whether it's European or Japanese. It's usually they usually want a male heir, to the throne or the country leadership position. But if I'm not saying I'm against the idea of Hiyori being the acting shogun, I think that's a very logical way to go as well. I think that's a very logical way to go as well for Hiyori to lead. She's older, at least at this point. Seeing how Momonosuke went through time, she's older. She knows more about the world and how Wano works and everything at this point in life. She was loved as Kamarasaki, right? So she let people know like, here's what happened. I was Kamarasaki. I was stealing from the wealthy, and I was me and Denjiro, who was posing as Kiyoshiro. We both was acting as we was both helping as a witching hour boy, stealing from the wealthy, giving to the poor, So, yeah, I think Hiyori could play. She can be the acting shogun in Momonosuke's place if he was to go off and voyage with the Straw Hats. But now, I want to talk about where would she scale. I kind of talked about this as well, but You guys let me know where you think Yamato scales among the Straw Hat ranks. I'm gonna give y'all what I predict is. I don't know. I don't know. So, we haven't seen what Yamato is capable of yet. So I'm going off of with very little, and a lot of it is something that was very telling to me I think it was chapter. I want to say it's not last chapter, but the chapter before. Was it one? Yeah. So okay. So it was chapter 116, right? Chapter 116. Just had to pull it up real quick. Like when we seen the supernova take on Kaido and Big Mom, and a lot of this could be because Big Mom was there. So, don't Kaido has less a reason to go in hybrid form if Big Mom is there assisting him. So, that kind of debunks what I'm about to say. So, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of variables. But I'm going to say, I think Kaido going into hybrid form is very telling. Like, he went straight to hybrid form with Yamato, as opposed every time he fought Luffy. It wasn't until it was all the supernova up there, and they've been fighting for a while, then he goes into hybrid form. And then the other supernova leave, and it's just Kaido and Luffy. But it's like he didn't fight him, and he basically went straight to hybrid form with Yamato. So to me, that's kind of like and this may be because he raised her, he knows how strong she is, he trained her and everything. So he might have that respect, like, yeah, I've made you as strong as you are, so I know how strong you are. So I know you're strong. You're strong. I made you to be strong. So it was kind of yeah, I know you could give me a little trouble in any other form, even if it's just a little trouble. I don't think Yamato herself said she couldn't beat Kaido. So, but like Kaido still, I would say respected Yamato's strength enough to go into hybrid form. Is what I'm saying. So that just leads me to believe that she's strong. A lot stronger than Carrot, who's a mink, and you see how all the mink was fighting Kaido, and Kaido still came out on top. But even though we didn't really see all that, and this is why I think Yamato is a better option than Carrot, who's not even one of the strongest, the top mink. She's not even the top mink like Nekomamushi. So where I would probably scale her if she joins the crew. I'm not going to tear the whole crew, Straw Hat crew. I'm going with strictly the strongest. The top 5. And that's including Yamato and Jinbei. Because I look at Jinbei as one of the top as well. So I don't even know where to place Jinbei, honestly. Like that's tough. So I'm gonna go with it like this. I feel as though Luffy is the strongest. Then I would say Zoro is greater or equal to Sanji, and this is with their upgrades. Greater or equal to Sanji, who's greater or equal to Jinbei, who's probably greater or equal to Yamato. And this is all going because I feel as though Oda wants to keep the formula of Zoro and Sanji being the next two in line. And I know a lot of people have a problem with me saying Zoro is greater or equal to Sanji. I think they're close. I think Zoro and Sanji is close, but if either of them was to be stronger, it would definitely be Zoro. You know, it would definitely be Zoro. Now, I think before the power ups of Zoro and Sanji, I would probably say Jinbei could have been stronger than them two, and Yamato possibly as well. I don't know, but with the Enma for Zoro and the raid suit for Sanji, I will still put them above Jinbei, at least Jinbei. Like I think Jinbei could have potentially been stronger than Zoro and Sanji before Zoro and Sanji's upgrades, and then Yamato probably will be at the bottom. You know, like, but she could easily be over. Like, it's tough, man. Like, and or they could all just be around the same. They could be around the same level. I don't know. I don't know. So y'all let me know what y'all think of the potential team up of Yamato and Luffy, possibly getting a flashback. Getting more of their relationship with Kaido, her relationship with Kaido. What do you guys think her chances of joining the crew are? Do you want to see her on the crew? Do you think she's going to join the crew? And where does she scale? If she joins the crew, where does she scale? Where do you believe she scale? Next, I want to talk about Kaido. First I want to talk about backstory, and this kind of coincides with a Yamato backstory. I think Oda might just put them together. It might be Kaido's backstory, and then him eventually having Yamato. Then we get some perspective of Yamato, and then and but yeah, so like I said, I want to see Kaido's relationship with Yamato. I want to see, hopefully we get it hopefully we'll get it in the backstory, and then maybe we'll get more of Kaido and Big Mom. Maybe we'll get more of Kaido and Big Mom. That's what I'm hoping. Like their relationship through rocks. Through the rocks pirates. What does Kaido owe Big Mom? Because like, I guess Big Mom has been lording something over Kaido. Like, oh yeah, you owe me. So what's going on with that, right? And then this is like the age old question. This is something. This is something that we've been. I guess Oda been having problems with. Like, how does Luffy or how is Kaido defeated? Will he be defeated? Will Luffy? Will he be defeated? Hold on. Like, how will Luffy overcome Kaido? How will Luffy overcome Kaido? Do Kaido get out of this? Is he what happens to Kaido after he's defeated as well? I don't I kind of like, me personally. I'm I'm always a contrarian, so I like to see stuff that I always hope for things that aren't part of a formula. That you see in Shonen, where the good guy always overcomes and win at the end of every arc. I personally like if Oda was like, how you want me to end Wano? I want to see Kaido win. I want to see Kaido win. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Kaido is going to be defeated at this point. But I kind of want to see Kaido win, and then maybe get defeated later, in maybe the bigger war. If you know me, I've been kind of championing that theory for a while now. Again, I don't think it's going to happen, but that's what I would like to see. I want to see Oda throw a curveball. And then last about Kaido, his knowledge of Joy Boy. You know, his knowledge of Joy Boy. You know, he said Luffy wasn't Joy Boy either. You know, so how much does Kaido know about like Joy Boy and the Void Century, and when did he learn this? Was this stuff that he learned on when he was under the Rocks Pirates? You know, I hope we get more about that, about Kaido. You know, and that could be part of a flashback as well. You know, like everything he learned under Zebek, right? So you guys let me know what you guys want from a Kaido backstory. How you guys think Kaido's going to be defeated? Do you even think he will be defeated? And after he's defeated, will we see him again? You know, or is he just going to be out the story? You know, I also think. Let me say this. You know, this is a theory that I've been saying for a very long time. I believe, if Kaido is defeated, or if he's defeated in this arc, or if he's defeated in the war, right? One thing, I want to see. One thing I want, like how I want it to be executed. A dope way to execute it would be if Blackbeard is the one to kill Kaido. Like say, like honestly, like because a lot of people think Blackbeard's going to kill Shanks, right? That's one thing I believe too. I think Shanks might die before he could get the straw hat back from Luffy, and Blackbeard might kill him. So that'd be Blackbeard kill Whitebeard, Shanks, and Kaido. Blackbeard might be the Yonko Slayer, bro. By the end of One Piece, Blackbeard. I said it here. June 20th, 2021, that Blackbeard might end the series as the Yonko Slayer. He might be the Yonko Slayer. That would be dope. But his reason for killing Kaido, more so what I think, would be to take his devil fruit ability, which would be the fish fruit that kind of make you turn you to like a dragon. So I'm thinking like if Blackbeard he has the strongest Logia, the Yami Yami no Mi, the strongest Promisia. What's it, the Trimmer? I don't remember what it is in Japanese translation. Let me know in the chat what it is, what Whitebeard's the Japanese translation is. But I know it's like the trimmer fruit in English. I want to say it's the Goro, not the Goro. That's I think that's Anel's. Damn, I can't think of it right now. Let me search this real quick. White beard, because I want to make sure that I want to get the Japanese translation. I want to check out the Goro no Mi. So you got the Goro. I knew it wasn't the Goro. I knew that was the that's like Anel's devil fruit. But yeah, so just imagine he has the strongest Promisia, which is the Goro no Mi, and then he gets like what I would think is probably the strongest Zone devil fruit, the Kaido's devil fruit. It's like the fish fruit. I don't know what type it is or version it is, but it's a fish fruit. So he has those three, and I think Blackbeard is going to have 3 devil fruit abilities. He got 3 skulls on the Jolly Roger, and we already know he could do multiple devil fruits. Who's to say it's limited to only 2? It could be limited to 3. And I also say that because Oh yeah, and another thing, his each of the Shichibukai, the original Shichibukai, or not, like the early Shichibukai. When he was part of Shichibukai, each of them are based off a animal, right? You got Mihawk, he's a hawk. You have Law, or you have Kuma, who is a bear. Law, I want to say a panda bear. Law, or yeah, I want to say a panda bear. Law's devil fruit, or Law's animal. Kuma, who's just a bear. Ball Hancock, snake. Not so much Buggy. Buggy's not really. But yeah, Moria, Gecko Moria, Gecko, I would think, because it is Gecko Moria. It's all Gecko. I would assume. I don't know. I don't know officially though. But and you got Blackbeard, who Oda said in the SBS that is based off a hippopotamus. And if you research hippopotamuses, they have three stomachs, three chambered stomachs. So three stomachs. So that will also lead me to believe that maybe Teach got, maybe Blackbeard has three stomachs. Cause, I'm thinking more like he got three personalities, because of back in I want to say Jaya, when Luffy first met Blackbeard, and Blackbeard was eating that pie, and then Luffy and Zoro walked away, and Nami was like, "Oh yeah, what's up with him?" And then Luffy said, he was like, "It's not a them, or it's not a him, it's a them." And then Zoro was like, "Yeah, something's up with that guy." It was like multiple people. So I'm thinking Blackbeard has, multiple personalities with him, and maybe he has multiple stomachs because of it. I don't know. I don't know yet, but I still think he could consume one more devil fruit, unless he already had a devil fruit before he had the Yami Yami. Maybe he ate a devil fruit that gave him the ability to get two more devil fruits. So there's three devil fruits. Like he could have ate like the hippo, or the Cerberus devil fruit. But I think that's more attributed to him having multiple people inside of him, or souls inside of him. So yeah, that's how I think Kaido might get defeated or killed, and it might be Blackbeard taking his devil fruit. And yes, and yeah, what do y'all think about that though? What do y'all think about him being defeated? How do y'all think he's gonna be defeated? And his knowledge of Joy Boy, y'all think he got that from Zebek? The next topic I want to talk about is Big Mom's role in Wano. Why did Oda deem it so necessary to have Big Mom go to Wano? Now, I think one answer people could say is continuity, right? Continuity. How so? Big Mom already, like when Luffy went to Whole Cake Island, he incurred Big Mom's wrath, which made Big Mom have to chase Luffy to Wano, right? So it was more like Luffy incurred her wrath, and due to continuity, Big Mom had to show up. She said she was going to follow Luffy, so she had to show up. But I think it could be a little deeper than that, I think Oda wanted to get Big Mom to Wano to possibly help with Kaido's eventual defeat. Because we know, like Oda said before, that he didn't know how to defeat Kaido. So if he would have kind of planted a seed in somehow getting Big Mom to Wano, and then having Big Mom as part of Kaido's downfall. You know, I think that is her role. I'm kind of starting to believe that that might be Big Mom's role in Wano, because I don't. If I remember, I don't think Whole Cake Island was necessarily a arc that was even planned to be part of the story. I don't think it was a necessary arc. I think the arc was created for maybe two reasons. Maybe give like Sanji something like a backstory, you know, maybe finally give more on Sanji's character with introducing his family and all those things, and to get Luffy to go to Whole Cake Island and eventually incur Big Mom's wrath and then run away, and then Big Mom chases him so she could get to Wano. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's kind of what I'm thinking is Big Mom's role, or why Oda wanted Big Mom to go to Wano. You know, that's her role in Wano. You know, and I'm thinking it's because that possible betrayal, her allying with Kaido, and then possibly betraying him, and that gives the alliance, that gives Luffy a way in defeating Kaido, where it's logical, where it's not like Luffy gets some ass pull of an ability to defeat Kaido. You know, I don't believe training in Udon for maybe a month, couple weeks, I don't know, like automatically puts Luffy in a position to solely defeat Kaido. You know, so I think Big Mom might have a hand in Kaido's defeat. You know why? This is something I was going to get into, I'm about to get into anyway. So, her crew, right? Her crew. I think there's been little seeds placed throughout this arc, or since we got to Onigashima. There's been little seeds placed to eventually sprout a betrayal between Big Mom and Kaido. You know, when you look at it, think about it like this. Remember, you know, like, first, you know, we could go a few chapters ago. You know, I think like 3 chapters ago. When Ulti, one of Kaido's subordinates, like his officers almost. Like I would look at the Toby Roppo as like officers of Kaido, you know. And she attacked Otama, and then Big Mom attacked Ulti, who is supposed to be her ally, right? So I think that's one strike, you know, like Big Mom pretty much attacking Ulti. That's a strike, you know, of what's going to bring the betrayal. And then we got Big Mom, and then we got I don't want to get to that part yet. Or maybe I kind of do. And then we got Big Mom's crew, right? Where are they? Why did Kaido never send anybody, any of his men to be like, hey, go fetch Big Mom's crew, bring them to the festival, bring them to the fest? Why is Big Mom's crew being forgotten? They're just being forgotten, you know. Big Mom never brought them up. Like, oh, you know, where's my crew at? Kaido, go get my crew. Like, Kaido never said, hey, where's your crew? Where's your crew, Lin? You know, there's an elevator, bro. Like, she could, Kaido could send some ships to go get them. They get the elevator. They come back. You know, this has never been, like, talked about. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe Big Mom crew is on the way. But, you know, that's never been brought up by Kaido or his people to go get Big Mom's crew. So I think that might be brought up again eventually. You know, I do think it's going to be brought up again. And I think Big Mom attacking Ulti is possibly going to be brought up again. You know, because I could see Big Mom saying, "Oh, you know, Kaido, where's my crew at? Why have you never got them?" And maybe Kaido, or maybe Kaido brings up Big Mom attacking Ulti, and then Big Mom says something like, "Oh, well, you know, you acting crazy, but where's my crew at? You never brought my crew." So I think those are seeds that, you know, there might have been more. If you notice any other things that I might have missed on that, let me know. Cause let me know anything that kind of feeds that theory of big, you know, there being a betrayal. I don't know if Kaido's gonna betray Big Mom. Big Mom's gonna betray Kaido. But y'all let me know. You know. So yeah. Anyway, I talked about Big Mom's necessity to Wano arc. You know, I think I think why she's there, it's for Kaido's downfall. You know, what do you guys think her purpose in Wano is? Why is she necessary in the Wano arc? The story of the Wano arc. You know, do you think that there will be a betrayal among Big Mom and Kaido? And where's Big Mom's crew? Where is Big Mom's crew? All right, so next topic, I'm gonna talk about like other fights, you know, the potential and potential fights that haven't happened yet. So I mean, right now we're looking at, you know, Yamato versus Kaido, and you know, maybe eventually Luffy and Yamato versus Kaido. And we also see Big Mom fighting Kid in Law. And I want to say Jack was fighting Denjiro. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was fighting Denjiro. Or was he fighting... Who was Jack fighting? You know, who was Jack? I want to say it was Denjiro, because I think from the Scabbards we had Ashura fighting the fake Odin, you know, the ink drawing of Odin. Then we had Denjiro basically stay back to fight Jack. I want to say Denjiro. And then, you know, we seen Kanjuro fight Okiku, and then Kinemon basically in Kanjuro, and then Kaido came in and finished off Kinemon, what it looks like. And then we got, stepping away from the Scabbards, we got Sanji squaring off with Queen. Chopper was fighting Queen before Sanji appeared. So I don't remember who Chopper's fighting. Who I think Chopper just kind of sitting back. But I don't know who he's going to end up fighting now. We got Peril Sparrow. I think we got rid of Peril Sparrow when Chopper was swinging, or no, when Sanji started kicking Queen's head around. I think we got rid of Peril Sparrow, but I think he's still fighting Marco, or unless Marco's fighting King at the moment. But who I think it might be. I think it might be Marco fighting King, but I think it's going to somehow lead to Zoro fighting King. So we get Zoro and King versus Zoro versus King, and Sanji versus Queen, and Marco. I don't know. I feel as though King might beat Marco, or something's gonna happen to Marco. Maybe Peril Sparrow might fight Marco. Maybe Peril Sparrow might pick up Marco. I don't know. And then we got Jinbei and we go fights that's going on, but we haven't seen enough of that. I hope we get more of. I want to see these fights. You know, I want to see Jinbei and who's who. You know, Jinbei who's who, bro. Why not give the most recent Straw Hat a good showing of a fight with someone like who's who, a saber tooth tiger devil fruit user. Come on, bro. I want to see that. Like, I want to see that. A saber tooth tiger versus Jinbei. Come on, bro. Come on. I want to see that. And then we got Sasaki versus Frankie. You know, hey, I like Frankie, bro. Like Frankie, one of the straw hats that I like when he gets fight. You know, like when he gets to fight. You know, I think him and Senior Pink was one of my favorite fights in Dressrosa. You know, and Dressrosa is probably one of my least favorite arcs. You know, like I might have to make art. I might have to make a stream on Dressrosa. I think that might be an upcoming stream. You know, but yeah. So yeah, I want to see that Frankie and Sasaki. And then we got Black Maria versus Robin and Brooke. Why do I want to see that fight? I want to see Robin get it in. You know? When was the last time we see Robin flex in a fight? I want to see Robin. You know, I got to see Brooke face off against Big Mom. You know, he still lost. But, you know, it was dope to see it. It was probably one of the dopest panels. It was the dopest Brooke panel. If you're just going off of sheer epicness, you see Brooke facing off with Big Mom, with Prometheus in one hand, Zeus in the other hand. That was a dope moment. But yeah. So I want to see Robin flex. I want to see her get I want to see her go all out with her devil fruit abilities. So I kind of hope Brooke is taken out of that situation somehow, even if he's just fighting all of Black Maria's underlings while Robin fights Black Maria. I want to see Black Maria fight. I want to see her get something though. Like I do think it's time, or not Black Maria, Robin. I want to see Robin get a good one-on-one. I want to see Robin get a good. I'll still be happy with Robin and Brooke versus Black Maria if we see a lot more of Robin, but I would rather see a one-on-one. And then, like I said, I think Zoro when he gets out of his cast and when he heals, I think he's taking on King. And let me know if I'm missing something, you know. But what fights do you guys want to see, or do you want to see more of that we haven't really gotten, you know? Next, I want to talk about something that I talked a little bit about last stream, so I'm not going to stretch on it too much, but it's something I did want to bring up because I do think it has potential to actually be something. But the appearance of spirits in Wano, you know, what we know of the Fire Festival, right, is that it's a celebration of the dead, you know, and I feel as though with some of the deaths that we got, there's going to be the lack of some closure. You know, one in particular is Kinemon, because I think Kinemon probably dead or going to die, but I think at this point he's dead. But he may be dead. But him and Okiku, or not Okiku, him and his wife Osudo, right? He promised that like by the end of Wano that he will meet with his wife, but he just wanted to win first. You know, he wanted free Wano first before he go see his wife, you know, and then Okiku with her possible death, you know. What about Izo? You know, Izo. You know, we might get a goodbye between the two brothers. You know, Izo and Okiku, and then maybe we'll see Odin, who we'll see Odin who talks to Momonosuke and Hiyori. You know, maybe. You know, I said this last stream, and I'm gonna say it again. Maybe we'll get Ace. Maybe Ace will return and give some encouraged words to Luffy and Otama, you know, and Yamato. Because you got 3 people in Yamato. You got 3 people in Wano right now. 3 people in Wano right now who has a connection with Ace. Has some type of connection with Ace. So if Ace shows up, says bye to Otama, says bye to Luffy, says bye to Yamato, you know, that can, I think if, you know, we'll get, you know, they'll all get their closure. They'll all get closure. You know, Luffy, Yamato, Otama, Kinemon, Izo. Trying to think who else. Yeah, you know, like whoever, you know. Otoko and Yasui, you know. Maybe Hyogoro and his wife. That Orochi's people or Kaido's people killed. Bro, like it's so much opportunity for like so many characters who play a major part in this arc. Both, you know, both like Luffy. I don't want to say both Straw Hats, not all the Straw Hats, but Zoro, Ryuma. Maybe Zoro go visit Ryuma grave and Ryuma shows up. You know, like so many opportunity for closure, and the Fire Festival could be what sparks the return of some of the dead. You know, what you guys think of spirits returning? You know, possibility of seeing Odin, Ace, Kinemon, Okiku. You know, all these characters. You know, and yeah, so. It leads me to the end of the next topic, which will be the end of the current arc. You know, it's hard because I keep predicting. I'm like, you know, like I thought 1000, you know, chapter 1000 would be the end of the arc, or 999. I thought that would be the end of the arc. You know, it's hard to say, man. Like. I feel as though Luffy may return to Onigashima either next, you know, at the beginning of the next arc. You know, like he could make his return. Zoro could finally heal. Like the final matchups we might get at the beginning of the next arc. So I feel as though we could be drawing near the conclusion of this current arc, which is still Act 3 if I remember correctly. You know, and a lot of people believe we're going in 5 acts, and if that's the case, we gotta get into Act 4, man, or this whole arc could be super long. Like Act 3 might just be the longest arc, you know, and I could see Act 4 being like the final, the end of the fight, you know, maybe Kaido backstory, and the end of the main fight, and then Act 5 could be like the closing act where we get all the. You know, that's when the spirits could come back and talk to everybody. We get all the closure, things like that. Find a poneglyph, the roll poneglyph. Maybe. I see one thing that I think a lot of people wanted going into Wano that we haven't gotten yet from Wano. That I feel as though people kind of forgot about is maybe a Zoro backstory. Maybe Zoro has relations to Wano. You know, we know that um, Zoro's instructor was from Wano. He was, I think, part of the Shimotsuki clan. You know, so we need. I really, really hope that we get maybe maybe some backstory on Zoro's lineage. You know, maybe he's related to some samurai. I personally think he might have a relationship. Like he might be a descendant of Ryuma. You know, if you look at Oda's one off about Ryuma, I want to say it was called Monsters. Like, go look that up. It's like Oda's one off on it's like a chapter about Ryuma, and when he slayed a dragon, he cut off a dragon's head. He looked he looked like Zoro with black hair. He looked like Zoro with black hair. Unless he had green hair. If he had green, if Ryuma had green hair, then yeah, that's definitely Zoro people. But he looked like Zoro. He looked like Zoro with black hair. You know, he resembles Zoro a lot. So I think there might be a relation, and I think this would be a great time. Maybe like the last act in the arc where there's like closure and a lot of things. You know, we get maybe finally find the poneglyph. You know, Momonosuke and Hiyori, the Kazuki take over Wano. You know, they establish their place in Wano. Then yeah, I want to see a backstory for Zoro sometime in Wano. But as far as the end of the act, you guys let me know when you guys think this act is ending. Y'all think it's coming soon? Y'all think we still got a while left? Because I've been trying to predict this for a while now, and I've been wrong. I thought it was going to happen around 999. I thought that would be a great place to stop it, but Oda didn't. So I don't know what big thing Oda is waiting to happen to end this act on, but I don't know, man. It's the longer it goes on, the harder it is to predict, you know. And to end, but yeah, you guys let me know, you know. But to end this discussion, the last topic of this discussion, you know, where I want to end this on, is away from Wano. What is going on in the world? You know, what might we see in the next act break, which I'm looking forward to. I love the breaks in between the acts, because anytime Oda is building this wonderful world of One Piece, anytime we get a chapter where he gives us more about the world, about the overarching stories and stuff. That's prime One Piece, bro. That's prime One Piece, and it gets me excited because it's just you learn something more that's going to impact the main story sometime later, you know. But you know, what's going on with the Marines? You know, what we last time we had the Marines, basically, you know, we seen that they were going to arrest the Shichibukai. You know, they send like people to arrest the Shichibukai. We seen Kizaru, my man Kizaru, you know, that's my dog. We seen him talking to Akainu about going to Wano, like, hey, bro, you know, they might be acting up over there. You need me go look at that. You know, you need me go look at that. Just give me the word, bro. Give me the word. I'll go look at that right now. Give me a ship. I'll go look at that right now, bro. I'll go fly there on a cannonball. Just shoot a cannonball. I'll go fly all the way to Wano on that. Nah, I don't know how if that's even possible. If you know, but he was talking to Akainu, was like, nah, bro, nah, you know, we don't know enough. We don't know enough about Wano to be sending people. Our forces are already stretched thin, but you know, we can't do that. We can't do that. Just stay on standby for now. You know. And then we had Reverie going on, so some Marines were escorting, big names to Reverie. So right now the Marines are spread thin. So I don't know if how they're going to make their impact in Wano, which we do have some Marines that are also in Wano. X Drake being one. We got Sword in Wano, and I don't know what their role is going to be. Sword specifically, like maybe there's some more Sword members that's in Wano right now or on their way to Wano, but we gotta see what Sword is doing, and then we got CP0, not really Marines, but they're all under the world government. We got CP0 in Wano. I kind of think they're there with Vegapunk. Vegapunk might be in Wano as well. Or CP0 could be just there to find a way to capitalize off of all this chaos going on in Wano. But, I don't know. But then next we go to the Shichibukai, who, what we know of right now, are fighting the Marines. Now, my thing is, are the fights still ongoing or are they over? Because seeing how there's been some time passed in Wano, I would think there's been some time passed in the battles among the Shichibukai with the Marines, and by now there might be it's the aftermath of all that. Which Shichibukai prevailed and which ones didn't. We got Mihawk. I think Mihawk is fine personally. I think Mihawk is out of all the Shichibukai, I think Mihawk is fine. And then we got Boa, might be a little worried. Maybe Kobe's relationship with Luffy and Boa's relationship with Luffy may somehow save either Boa or Kobe. Because I don't think either of them are going to. Well, I don't know, man. That's tough. That's tough. You got two Luffy fans, two people who really love Luffy. One who's kind of an enemy of Luffy because he's with the Marines. The other one's a rival because she's a pirate as well. But is Kobe? Because I think Kobe might win. I personally think Kobe needs a feat, man. Kobe needs something to sit here and put him. Because I always look at Kobe as like the Garp to Luffy's Roger. Because Kobe was the first friend Luffy really made after he went out and became a pirate. He was like one of the first characters introduced. Like, I think Nami was in the anime. I'm trying to think how that first episode went, because I think it was kind of like when Shanks. Yeah, I think that was the first episode. But after Luffy grew up and went traveling on the sea, he met Kobe first, right? And he inspired Kobe to become a Marine. Kobe also trained under Garp and became strong. So I'm kind of looking like Kobe might be like the Garp to Luffy's Roger. That's what I've been always. That's always been my feel. I feel as though Luffy and Kobe has a very, very special relationship. They were friends before Luffy was friends with Zoro, Usopp, all them other guys. So, and you see Roger, how the only Marine that he trusted was Garp. He trusted him enough to give Garp to entrust Ace's well-being to Garp, right? So I think Kobe might end up like, I think Kobe has to get a notable victory against somebody of note, and I think him beating Boa is that, So if he beats her, is he going to arrest her or is he going to let her go? Is it going to be like that moment in Superman versus Batman when they be like, Martha. Yeah, my mom's name's Martha. My mom's name Martha. You know, like that. And then, except it's like Bo's like, she's crying in defeat, like, Luffy, I'm sorry, I let you down. And then Kobe's like, Luffy? You know Luffy? Yeah, I know Luffy. Yeah, you know Luffy. Oh, yeah, Luffy cool. He cool people. Like something like that. Like have a moment like that. And then we got Buggy. I think Buggy gonna escape, man. I think he gonna escape somehow. I don't think he's getting caught. You know, he gonna sacrifice his crew so he could, or at least most of them, and then be just normal Buggy again. I think you know, like Doflamingo's already arrested. Kuma basically been cyborg. Moria is Blackbeard has Moria, and I think those are pretty much all the Shichibukai left. You know, and then we got other Yonko. You know, we got Shanks and we got Blackbeard still out in the world. Caught him, yeah. Shanks and Blackbeard. You know, I feel as though Blackbeard, I think the move that he's making is either against Shanks or he's going to Wano. You know, if he's going to Wano, that kind of plays into my theory that he'll be the one to kill Kaido. If he goes to Shanks, I don't believe that I don't believe that takes away him killing Kaido either. If he goes to Shanks, that just takes away, that facilitates him killing Shanks. You know, because I said, like, I think he might kill, like, if Kaido doesn't get defeated or put down for good in Wano, I think Kaido might show up later in the war, and then Blackbeard could use that moment to take Kaido's devil fruit ability. No, this is my thought. This is also one reason why I don't want Kaido to be defeated. That's why I want him to stay, you know, still be around to fight this major war. Maybe Blackbeard sees an opening, takes Kaido's devil fruit ability, or takes his devil fruit from him, kills Kaido, becomes even stronger, goes to look for, escapes, and then bam, later we got Kaido versus, or we got a 3 devil fruit Blackbeard against Luffy. And Luffy should be strong enough at that point to solo somebody. That's my belief. Shanks, I don't really know what Shanks is up to. It might be to stop Blackbeard. That might be what his aim is. I don't know. But yeah. So again, what you guys think of the Marines? Like what they're doing? The Shichibukai. How you think? What do you think the blowback from that is? And the Yonko. And also with the Shichibukai, I think the Marines might be releasing SSG on them. Like it could be like Mihawk is fighting SSG or something. And he has a hard time and barely escapes with his life, and that shows the strength of the SSG. But the fact that Mihawk still escaped, it might show that he's still Mihawk, but it's just like he barely won that fight. So that could still show Mihawk's ability, the fact that he was able to fight off all these Marines in the SSG, but the fact that it just was hard, it could show like the SSG is a real threat that people need to worry about. That could serve a dual purpose. And then what do you guys think about the Yonko? What are the other Yonko doing? Shanks and Blackbeard. What are they up to? So I talked about a few topics. I talked about Luffy's defeat, Yamato, Kaido, Big Mom's role, the fights going on, and some of the potential fights that we may see. I talked about the appearances of the souls, the spirits of some deceased characters. Talked about, you know, end of the act, current act, and then I also talked about what's going on in the world. You know, you guys let me know what you think of these topics. You know, what are your thoughts? You know, let's talk, let's chat, let's you know, let's discuss these things. But anyway, we'll be back here for next chapter. I think it's what, chapter 9. What is next chapter, y'all? I want to say 9:18. It's either 9:17 or 9:18. I feel like we just did 9:17. Okay, so last chapter 9:16. So we'll be back next Sunday with 9:17. Make sure you subscribe, hit that subscription, hit that bell for notification. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, at BlumpGuy. Also, join the Discord. Link is going to be in the description. And if you like games and all that stuff like that, you know, I'll be playing Outriders, I'll be playing Apex, I'll be playing old Battlefield 4. I'll be playing other, I'll probably be playing some other games soon that's coming out this year. You know, Battlefield 6 comes out later this year. I'll be playing that on my Facebook gaming channel. Link will be in the description. I'll be back on YouTube this Friday with a beat vlog, and I might start doing some more anime content. Either probably like Monday or Tuesday. I'm gonna have another day. I'm trying to add more content to the channel, man. Yeah, you know, give me y'all suggestions. What y'all think? You know, let me know what y'all want to see on the channel. But I could either do games, or we could have another thing of anime, or I could even do both. You know. But you know, we gonna see what we gonna add. You'll be hearing more information of what's going on with the channel in the future. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy.